since the start of the 60s has Preston felt prouder. Deepdale is rolling back the years and looking to the future. It's full, it's big time, it's how it used to be, it's how it could be again. It's a landmark year for two famous clubs. 50 years since Preston were last promoted to the top flight. 21 years since Birmingham last went up to the top division. So whose party do you expect it to be, Rob?
I think if Birmingham can keep it solid, particularly in the first 20 minutes, they're strong, they've got a great advantage in their lead. I could see Birmingham winning this, or certainly not getting beaten, providing they're professional and do the job right.
Out by Kidd, on by Gregan. We've got a shot from Martin O'Connor, skipper to skipper, shoulder to shoulder. Macken tried to turn. Played in by Anderson. Now in for Healy! Didn't get any vigour behind the left-footed shot. First big chance of the night for Preston.
Superb passing movement, little ball turned inside there. Plays it right into Healy's run, and Healy really should be tucking that one away.
Preston certainly feel with a greater foothold in the match, but it is upon them that the responsibility falls to make something of it. It is they who are chasing the tie. Played in by Healy, away by Atherton in the nick of time, came to Gregan. Down the line by Alexander. Alexander again. Rankine! Good effort.
Yeah, it's a good spell of pressure now for Preston. They're putting the passes in. They're working the ball in towards the penalty box. Rankine, he played centre forward in his time early on, and that's so fortunate for Birmingham that Perce didn't handle that. The Preston people are like little hornets fizzing at them, and unfortunately Birmingham can't get the ball up to the front players and make it stick. They could do with a few balls sticking up front to buy them a bit of time.
Preston really getting some pressure together here. They have in Macken and Healy arguably the hottest pair in the first division right now to deal with. Shouts of handball, but lashed in by Healy. While those around him dozed, Healy kept his mind on the job and let go an instinctive right-footed drive, which brings parity to the tie.
It's been coming. There's been all sorts of panic in the Birmingham back line. There's a suggestion of handball. Healy doesn't wait, and he hooks in. Is it Granger? I think it was. Granger certainly probably would have been a penalty, or should have been, but it doesn't need it. What a good finish from Healy. But that has been coming. The Birmingham back line is all over the show at the moment.
£1.5 million he cost from Manchester United midway through this season, and how that might repay that money. Gregan. Held up for Edwards. Scraped away to Horsfield, who's given it away to Rankine. Rankine thought about having a pop. He didn't in the end. He left it to Gregan. Bennett had it off behind him.
I'll bet Trevor's livid with his front players at the moment, the way they're dismissing the ball. When Horsfield back in the defensive area, he gives it away, and we said earlier, this fella can lash them, gets a deflection as well.
Marcelo. Lazaridis couldn't get up ahead of steam that time, but Granger's right behind him. Now Stan Lazaridis. Lifted in towards Marcelo, could cut to Horsfield! All the goal to aim at, and he hit bullseye. Birmingham have Cardiff in their sights again, and perhaps the Premiership in their sights again. Oh, it's a lovely little flick by Mackem. And Cartwright was going through the middle. He was hurried by the immediate presence on his shoulder of 2 or 3 Birmingham defenders, and he scuffed the shot.
I think he thinks he's going to get tucked down here. I know he makes the sort of gesture, but he's scalped that, he's scuffed it. The presence of the defenders, there's nobody caught him there.
The shouts of handball against Danny Sonner, and a penalty has been given. He cannot believe it, but Paul Danson is going to wave it away, and you've got to say he's got it right. Alexander has hit the crossbar, having had a hitherto perfect record from the spot for Preston this season. Graham Alexander has rattled the woodwork from 12 yards.
Still keep the ball, they must keep the ball here.
Lazaridis. And again Lazaridis, chance to finish it here. Goalkeeper's pushed him wide. Lazaridis has squeezed it right across goal.
Well, that was tantalising. He's played a great 1-2, Lazaridis there with Marcelo. Gone round the keeper, almost got a nick off the keeper for a penalty. And try to squeeze it in from the tightest of angles. Oh, they could have slept easy if they'd scored, because it's not over yet.
Mackem. Good save, Rankine! Extra time beckons! Utter ecstasy! Mark Rankine, fit again, hero for the night! Nearly 92 minutes! And David Moyes still sniffs the Premiership.
Well, it was slick, they played it, they persevered, they passed the way in. Ian Bennett blocks the first one, can't get the parry, and Rankine, good midfield player that he is, has gambled. First touch, and whoop, unbelievable.
Mackem, cut out by Granger. Stoppage time at the end of stoppage time. Lazaridis, Horsfield let it go. McKenna, how much more time is the referee going to allow here? Mackem let it run, Rankine could turn. Rankine's pass. Cartwright's cross. Came to McKenna. What a hit! Oh, and what a stop! Gregan hit one with terrific force.
Well, it's set into his path. We know this fella can dip them, and he has hit them. Could have been going over, but Bennett can't afford to take that chance. Helps it just to make doubly sure.
And it was the last action of the second half, which came to a breathless finale with Mark Rankine's match-saving equaliser. 2-1 to Preston on the night, 2-2 on aggregate. We have 30 more minutes. They have got a few in their side, Preston, who are natural penalty takers. Rankine has taken them in the past. Healy and Mackem have both proved themselves from the spot at various levels. Murdoch playing it in. Rankine was a real chance, all on his own, unattended.
Well, Rankine has spent the last 15 minutes of normal time, and this, virtually playing as a centre forward. Great opportunity, that. But how the Blues defenders keep losing him. Oh, that's scandalous. Gave it far too cheaply, Martin Granger.
Gave it to Gregan. It's played in towards Cartwright, who caused Bennett to go hurling himself down at the near post.
Yeah, not the easiest one to hit. Cartwright's done well.
There does sometimes come a point during extra time when teams agree a sort of unspoken stalemate, but that point doesn't seem to have arrived just yet. Still Richard Cresswell waiting on the bench.
Well, the game has been played all the way through at a tremendous tempo.
Edwards. Why not? Oh, good save. Why not indeed? Terrific half volley, left-footed from Rob Edwards.
Oh, great effort. Takes it out of his feet. We know he's got a good left foot. He's put a bit of cut on that one as well, and poor Marks the Bennett steers it over the top.
The big effort of extra time, determined that it shouldn't go as far as penalty kicks. Alexander playing it in. Good ones to the back post as well. Charged out by Sonner, in again by McKenna. Clear from Woodhouse. Edwards. Healy. Purse away. Healy again. Healy turning. Good save again by Bennett. Rankine. And Bennett can claim. What an important extra time period Ian Bennett has had.
And this fella's sharp in the box. There's little or nothing there. Turns, hits it towards goal.
We are dealing in seconds and fractions of seconds now. "48 games each will now come down to 5 kicks of the football each. It's penalties for a place in the First Division playoff final. This is interesting. I think Trevor Francis is having a word with the referee about which end the penalties are taken. He's incensed, I'm guessing, that they should be being prepared in front of a great bank of Preston supporters, when at the other end there's an empty end, which might appear to Trevor Francis to seem more neutral. Off here. This is amazing. Trevor Francis clearly feels that the players should be taking the penalties at the other end of the ground, and he is taking them off now because the referee has reversed what he seems to perceive to be the original decision, and he's not prepared to take them until a further debate has taken place. And Trevor Francis is leading his players away again.
He's got to be careful, I would guess. He's obviously got a very strong point to make. I mean, what he's doing, for me, is unprecedented. But is he in danger of forfeiting a game here?
Finally, it appears that Paul Danson is going to get the shootout underway. Preston first up. It's a very good penalty from Graham Alexander. Second time lucky. That's how he's taken them the whole season long.
For one moment I thought it was almost a carbon copy of the one in normal time. Just fractionally below, good touch.
Marcelo, who's had the best chances in normal time in both ties to settle it in Birmingham's favour. Hit the crossbar at St Andrews with a header. And has his penalty saved by David Lucas, advantage Preston.
Struck at a nice height for the keeper. Side-footed. If you're going to put him there, you've got to whack him.
Nervous times. David Healy, no mistake, very good, very calm, ideally placed. You would trust Darren Purse. He has scored a high-pressure penalty in a big cup final for Birmingham already this season. He's a big man with a big heart, but he's missed, And it's looking very, very glum for Birmingham City. That smile would light up the whole of Lancashire. It's the skipper for Preston. And if Gregan scores, then Birmingham can't afford to miss another one. Sean Gregan, the driving force of his club. Belter! Preston and David Moyes very, very, very nearly there. Lazaridis has to score for Birmingham City. And does. It's Rob Edwards, left-footed, left-back. Birmingham have lost one cup competition on penalties this year. They were denied a place in the playoff final 2 years ago, also on penalties. Rob Edwards could put them out here. Edwards for Preston. Great save with his leg by Bennett. And still they hang on. Nicky Eden, again, has to score for Birmingham City. This is do or die. Do. And it goes against the odds, against the early odds certainly, to the final kick for Preston. And Trevor Francis is still debating the issue with the police there, who might have had a say in which end these are taken from. But Paul McKenna steps forward for arguably the most important kick of a Preston football for just about half a century. McKenna to take them to the final. Proud Preston march on breathtakingly, breathlessly, on an evening that Deepdale will never, ever forget. You have to feel profound sympathy for Birmingham, who are confounded from the penalty spot for the third time in major competition in very recent history. But you have to feel great glee for David Moyes, for his young Preston side, for this wild footballing town on a night which is quite unforgettable. Preston go through 4-2 on penalties after two legs, finished 2-2 on aggregate.